Well, the weather outside is frightful, but inside is so delightful. That's because Liz Bouchon is serving it up sassy for Food City with chicken matzo ball soup. Now, you may not have ever heard of this, but it's a big traditional type food, the Jewish community. And living up north, I'm familiar with this, and it smells so good.
Well, I'm so excited to do this because it's different, and my husband and I love it. But anyway, what you start with is matzo meal, and you can get it in different forms. It comes in a cracker, which you can grind those up if you want to, or you can buy the meal, and then you can buy a matzo ball mix if you want to. But we're
not to be confused with malto meal.
Right.
That's breakfast cereal.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Or Ovaltine, none of that.
Yeah.
This is matzo. So what we're going to start with, you can use this. This is 1 cup of matzo meal. Put it in a bowl.
Okay.
And then you want to add your spices, which I add a teaspoon of salt and half teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to add that. That makes your balls a little different colored.
All right.
And then we want to add 1/4 cup of water.
All right.
You can add that. And I want to add 1/4 cup of vegetable oil in there. Let's see if that's about all right. Yep, that's right on.
Okay. You're good.
And I guess I am. And then 4 eggs.
Okay.
And then you're going to just take
mix it all together.
Mix it all together.
Okay, using a fork.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Now yes, you have to mix it. And it's a little bit soupy. So then what you're going to do is you're going to put a piece of saran wrap over it or whatever, and then put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for 30 minutes or longer. And
so you are prepared with that because we're going to switch to one that you've had in the fridge for that long.
Yes, and I'll sit this over here.
Okay.
And what we're going to do, then you take chicken broth in water, about 4 cups of chicken broth,
and you can get that this way.
Food City, yes.
Food City.
Yes. And you want a rolling boil. This is what a rolling boil looks like. It's continually boiling. And then you take an ice cream scoop, or you can use a spoon. Scoop out a ball there. Okay. Put it in your hand. You can form it if you want to. And it's very cold. And then you're going to drop it in. And when the balls rise to the top, that means they are fully cooked. And I like to do this because what you do when you're making the matzo ball soup, you're usually making it with chicken noodle soup. Instead of no noodle, of course, you're just using the matzo balls. So we'll let that stir around here and let this boil. But you want to do it separately because when you actually make the soup, these will, if you cook them too long, they'll fall apart, and they will also absorb all the liquid, so you kind of get a mushy mess in your chicken soup, and you don't really want that. You want the balls to
So you won't reuse this liquid in your soup?
You could, but I wouldn't because you'll have particles left over. Yeah, it'll kind of separate on you a little bit.
Okay.
But it's just something fun and different, and you can make the balls any size you want. I just had this scoop. You can use a spoon if you want to.
So is this stuff, is this wheat or what is it?
Yes, it's made out of wheat, and you can get it in spelt. So this is not a gluten-free dumpling or, you know.
Okay, so our Christy Slaughter will not be having this for...
No, probably not. Unless she makes it with, you know, spelt.
I'll have to ask her. I think she's
else.
coming next week. So
yeah, she can make it with whatever, you know, meal that she wants. You can use the crackers, too, and grind them up if you want to. But now,
why would you?
Already, I know, when you got the meal.
They're already floating.
They're already floating, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
And then we can take our little...
So it's kind of like a dumpling.
It is like a dumpling, yeah. But you don't want to cook, like I said, your chicken soup with these balls because eventually, see, it's starting to separate a little bit.
Right.
You'll have a little bit of separation in there, and you don't want that.
It just gets funky.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so then what are we going to do when we come back?
We're going to actually serve it up in the chicken soup, and I'm going to talk about the chicken soup, how to make the chicken soup.
Okay, and how to make that. Okay, so once again, all this you found at Food City.
I did.
Okay, and I would imagine they've still got specials going on. Don't forget your Food City value card.
Yes.
And have you seen the extra things where you get 150 points by buying 5 different things because the gas points?
Oh my
Unbelievable.
Well,
As I went in there, I had no gas points. I had an empty tank. Buy a few of those things.
Perfect.
Bingo, bango. You go out and you get your discount.
Well, I wanted to tell you all that they have cranberries, fresh cranberries.
I love those.
I do too. 2 for $1 a package.
Yeah.
So they're 50 cents a package. You can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
So
And
buy
they are
those
so
and freeze
delicious.
them. Yeah, because you can make, you know, cranberry salsa, cranberry chutney. You can do all kinds of things. You could maybe even put a little cranberry in your chicken soup. That would be different.
Or decorate along the side, as Liz Bouchon would do. And such a beautiful setup as you've always got.
I'm going to show everybody
all
how
right,
to do that.
we're going to matzo ball it when we come back and do a little tasting and displaying. Thank you so much. LizBouchon.com. Check it out. The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by